Hi there, welcome to this special edition of Doodle Club brought to you by Youth Inspired. I'm going to take the next 5 minutes just to quickly show you how easy it is to doodle like a pro. All you need to do is just copy what I'm doing. You might need to pause the video to play catch up. Ready? Today we're drawing a 5-minute pizza. So grab your pencil, we'll just do a couple of lines here first to get us started off. Big old triangle and a line across the top for where the crust is going to be. A couple of circles in there for where the pepperoni is going to be, and then we'll grab our Sharpie and get on with inking out. We're going to start off with a crust and draw an oval down this side. Make it a stuffed crust, so a little oval on the inside as well. Then we're going to work our way around the crust. Every now and then we're just going to flick into the inside of the crust, following the curve of that original oval. Do the same at the bottom, flick in at the same point, just go across, then flick in, across, and then round. Let's double line all of that. Give it some interesting lines, make some lines thick, some lines thin. What we're doing is creating like a tear and share kind of crust there. So add a couple more lines if you want, a couple little dots just to join those bits up. And then let's work our way down. Let's put in these pepperoni slices. So just nice and easy. Double line some circles, keep them quite wonky, make it look natural, and then make it look 3D by just extending underneath there. On this side, we're going to cut it off where the pizza cuts off. So it's like a big old D shape. Double line that. Make it a little bit more 3D by just adding those extra lines around the edge. One final really thin slice there. Next thing we're going to do is go round the outside of the pizza. We're going to add loads of drips. So think about upside down question marks and hooks, but then also add some drips that are coming down, especially right down at the bottom here. Add one big drip. Again, upside down question marks, throw some of those in there as well, or hooks, whatever you want to call them. And then some regular drips and just some generally wobbly lines. As we double line that, we're going to make the bottoms of the curves and the intersections a little bit thicker. Definitely the bottom and the top of the curves you want to make thicker. The sides of the curves you want to leave quite thin. Just creates a little bit of a shadow using the line. Makes your drips look really good that way. Worth taking your time over this bit, getting the drips looking just right. Lovely. So let's add in a couple more drips. You can use U's or W's to add drips in. So here's a W, again making sure that the bottom and the top of the drip is thicker. And then there's one with a U. That's filled in all the gaps nicely. So now we're going to take it down a size and use the fine liner to add some detail. We want to make that pizza crust look dry, so add a load of dots. Try and randomize it as much as possible. Maybe add a couple of herbs, so just some little scribbled dots in there as well. Circles in the pepperoni to make it look a little bit more like pepperoni. Again, keep it nice and random, have some that are half on. Then we're going to add some reflections in, so anywhere you think it would be wet cheese or shiny, add some little circles in there to make it look like reflections. Don't forget the ones in the middle. A couple more drips, so again it's those U shapes with a thick underside. Anywhere you see there's a bit of a gap that you think could just do with it being filled in. And there's a little W one as well. Let's finish off with a few shadows. So little lines in the bottom right of every shape. Maybe here on the pizza crust as well. And some lines on the pepperoni slices just to create a little bit of direction and depth to them. So last thing, grab your Sharpie, little street art crown, double line it. And you know what, I think that's about done. There's your 5-minute pizza. So how did you get on? It'll be great to see what you've created. Please tag me and Youth Inspired in any posts that you put online. All the links will be down below in the comments. See you in the next video.